This is a story of RIGGY G, the man who outsmarted Ruto and sparked a political earthquake.
Wewe Kasongo! Wewe muuaji! Wewe mwizi!
In this episode, we uncover his humble beginnings, his rise to power, and how he might just become Mount Kenya's next kingpin.
Fanyie Kasongo vile watu ya Kipipiri walifanyia Moi.
In the heart of Nyeri, many boys dreamt of becoming chiefs, teachers, or maybe priests. But one boy, Rigathi Gachagua, dreamt of becoming the boss of bosses. And oh boy, he did. But not before leaving a trail of memes, scandals, apologies, and one legendary line. Hi cousins.
Hi cousins. Hi Makuzo. Hi cousins.
This is the unbelievable, unstoppable, and sometimes unpredictable story of Kenyan's most controversial deputy president. From Mathira to State House, from Uhuru's friends to his public headache, from deep state survivor to cousins commander. Let's rewind. Born in 1965 in Rogoro village, Nyeri, Rigathi Gachagua grew up in a family that believed in discipline, prayer, and property. And all that milky nonsense. No, real smoky Kenyan tea. He studied hard, climbed through Kenyaga High School, and ended up at the University of Nairobi. This is where he learned one of life's most important lessons, that connections matter more than perfection. And guess who he connected with? A man named Uhuru Kenyatta. In the Moi era, Rigathi was no small man. He was a district officer and later a district commissioner. Feared, respected, and slightly feared again. He was the man who would tell you, you can't bribe me, but you can try. Known for his iron fist leadership and unmatched confidence, he earned the nickname, the system's bulldog. He was there enforcing Moi's will, and if Moi said jump, RIGGY G asked, how high, sir? But Moi's Kenya ended, and RIGGY G, he faded into the shadows until one day when his old friend from UON, that man, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, gave him a call.
Our members wanted to throw him out, but we say let's wait and hear.
When Uhuru took over, RIGGY G was right there. He was always in the photo, but never in the caption. He worked behind the scenes, coordinating, mobilizing, whispering, and protecting. But as Uhuru's second term grew murkier, Rigathi started speaking louder and louder until the whispers became a thunder. He accused Uhuru of betraying his own people. He shouted about the coffee farmers, tea cartels, corruption, you name it. And when Uhuru said support Baba, RIGGY G said, over my political body. And that's when the system struck back. Court cases, freezes, arrest threats. But instead of dying politically, he became Mathira's martyr. But fast forward to 2022, Rigathi Gachagua became Ruto's running mate. A risky gamble for a man who never means his words. But in Mrima, the land of political surprises, RIGGY G became a hero. He told his people, vote Ruto, we will fix it from inside. And they did. He delivered Nyeri, the mountain, and a good chunk of the Mrima vote, packaging Ruto as the new hope. He was the king of Kikuyu countryside. And when Ruto won, RIGGY G became his deputy president, second in command and first in controversy.
Pahali ilikuwa naitwa Kipipiri mwaka wa 1994. Huyu Moi alikuwa rais, akaenda pale akapatia watu pesa.
At first, it was love. RIGGY G and Ruto were like Batman and Robin, only that Robin couldn't stop talking. He called Ruto my brother. He defended him with biblical quotes and endless energy. But power is like tea. Too much sugar and you start feeling dizzy. Soon, small cracks began to appear. RIGGY G started addressing mounting issues. Ruto, on the other hand, started avoiding microphones. And by the time 2024 arrived, the bromance had officially turned into drama.
Na amekuwa mkora, amekuwa mjanja, so tunampangia. Tunampangia.
After weeks of pressure, RIGGY G shocked the country. He apologized to Ruto, to Kenyans, and even to Uhuru. Yes, that Uhuru. He said, "I am sorry if I offended anyone," but in translation, he might have meant, if you are offended, that's your problem. Kenyans laughed. Memes flooded the internet, but deep down you could tell something had broken. The Mountain King had been humbled. And then came the whispers in parliament, the impeachment. His allies vanished, his enemies sharpened their knives, but RIGGY G fought back like a king, calling them traitors, brokers, and deep state agents. RIGGY G stood alone, the last man from Mathira. But the walls were closing in, and finally, Gachagua, the very son of Mlima, who helped Ruto gain power, was shown the door. And as the storm raged, something unexpected happened.
Nikwambie William Ruto, ulikuwa unafikiria ati utanitisha mimi, ati umenitoa kwa kazi, ati nitakosa umaarufu kwa hii jamii.
While everyone thought his career was over, RIGGY G logged on to TikTok and said the two famous words that changed everything. Hi cousins.
Hi cousins. Hi Makuzo. Hi cousins.
Boom, the internet lost its mind. From memes to remixes, RIGGY G became Kenya's most unexpected influencer. For a moment, he wasn't the deputy president. He was everyone's cousin. Even the late Baba must have smiled. Maybe just a little.
Hi cousin. Nenda kuview profile na shanga uni cousin wa side gani? Kumbe ni Rigathi Gachagua. Anyway, we are cousins, right? Hi cousin. Hi Gachagua jameni. Wewe. Anyway.
Watu ya Makendo, haki ya Mungu nitakosana na nyinyi. Haki ya Mungu tutakosana. Ati mwauke saa 10 kufukuza Kasongo? Hapana. Saa ya kufukuza Kasongo ni saa 7 ya usiku. Arabe!
Hi cousins.
Sisi watu kutoka Mlima, you are our cousins. Hi cousin. How you doing? Same one time.
Tini makazi.
But then came the expose. Ruto's camp leaked details, accusations, whispers of betrayal. But RIGGY G hit back, calling out the one-term agenda. He accused cartels in the government of undermining him and betraying hustlers. The bromance was officially dead, and the deputy who once said my brother was now saying he betrayed the mountain. Kenya had front row seats to the biggest political soap opera since Moi versus Raila.
Nikwambie William Ruto, ulikuwa unafikiria ati utanitisha mimi, ati umenitoa kwa kazi, ati nitakosa umaarufu kwa hii jamii. Mimi ndio nilikuleta hapa, ukatanganywa na ichongo ati ulijilete.
And then came the final explosion. RIGGY G took the stage, attacking Kasongo, the system, and every whispering snake inside the government. He thundered, he rolled, he left everyone stunned. This wasn't just politics, it was a theater, pure, unfiltered RIGGY G.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the President.
From Moi's DC to the Deputy President of Kenya, from shouting orders to shouting at microphones, Rigathi Gachagua has lived 9 lives and counting. Some call him a hero, others call him a headache. But love him or hate him, he remains the loudest heartbeat of Kenyan's political chaos. This is RIGGY G, the man who said hi to cousins and goodbye to filters.
Akina Gachagua, si hao watu wote ya UDA. Sasa wale wanajua siku ya mazishi, wainue mkono. Hii mazishi kwa sababu ni kubwa, tunataka ianze mapema.
If you thought this was wild, wait and see what happens next. Because in Kenyan politics, today's cousin could be your tomorrow's enemy. Don't forget to smash the like button, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Because if you haven't seen chaos, you better watch RIGGY G Unplugged. Coming next.
Great might. Great might. Deep trouble. We are under persecution by Githinji. We elected Tugege to the National Assembly and the Senate.
Adios. Kaboom.